Hello, this is Zeta Tech. Today, I will be showing you how to optimally build a PC in build cores. This is strictly how to put together parts that work together. So, um, today we will start with the case. I normally suggest starting with CPU, but this is, the site prefers that you start with a case. So, um, So it doesn't really matter what case you want. I suggest ATX mid to full tower because it gives you the most space for components such as GPUs, CPU or motherboards, and fans. So around here, let's assume this build is 1,500. Um, I personally prefer not spending too much on the case. So I'm going to add Corsair, the Corsair 3200D RS ARGB black. So you add this to build, it loads. Now have the case in the build. All right. Next, we start with the CPU. Now this is the core processing unit. This is what does the main processing. In here, you can choose what series you want it to be, total cores, TDP, what manufacturer you want. So we'll start with the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. The X3D series is really good. Oh, is some of the more top of the line. I have this CPU personally in my build, but for today we will add this. Now you have the CPU. Doesn't show up yet because we don't have the motherboard, which we need to slot it in. So next, you choose a motherboard. So you want to choose a motherboard based on what socket it fits, the form factor, the chipset, and personally, I like it if it has Wi-Fi, but a majority of these do. So far, this is a um, black build. So we'll go along that line. I personally have good experience with Asus Tough gaming motherboards. This is a Wi-Fi. Um, you can get it from Amazon cheaper. Um, and it has, it comes with the Asus software. So we're gonna add that to our build. Now you can see we have it's starting to come together. Tough gaming. All right. So next, you want to choose GPU. This part is really important for gaming and or workstations. Now we're just going to assume that this is a gaming um, PC. So let's see. You want to start by finding a good gaming GPU. Now you might think that this is the best gaming GPU, but it is not. This is a workstation GPU. Do not get one of these for your PC. If that, of course, is if you're gaming. Retail 10,000. It's a bit too much, and you don't get gaming performance that you would want. So let's see. Now this is where you want to remember your CPU choice, which you can see here. This is an X3D Ryzen 7, 7800. So let's pick something that goes with that. Now it's hard to it's hard to exactly explain how to pair CPU and GPU. Um, but pretty much you want to go for your core clock, which that if you read earlier was 5 gigahertz. Um, so you want to choose something that within that range you would want a GPU that has 16 to 24 to even 32 gigabytes of um, um, VRAM, which this has 16 gigabytes. It's 5060 Ti. Um, but we know that the performance of the 5060 Ti's aren't as good. Um, you know, you see the performance clock down here, so we'll want to pick something slightly better. So let's see. There's another one of those Blackwell GPUs. Those are not for gaming. uh, So just keep looking. All right. There's a 5070 Ti. That has significantly better core clock or core count. So get that. Ooh, that's a lot. So that would be the majority of our budget as a 5070 Ti. Um, Now this is assuming that you're budgeted, with $2,000. So this would set you back a little more than you need to. Um, so we're gonna settle for it's, it's not a worse graphics card per se. Just I guess it's technically a worse graphics card. So this is an Asus Prime. Um, so this is it's a good GPU. One of my friends has it. Um, the 12 gigabytes of VRAM might be a slight setback. Um, but you'll still have a completely capable machine. So we're gonna add that to build. There we go. Oh, so there we go. Now we have our GPU, CPU, um, motherboard, and case. So now we'll add RAM. And this is the part. Um, it's it's rough in this current market. You kind of need to expect to spend a a, a lot here. Um, in certain cases, more than your motherboard, but or not more than your motherboard, more than your GPU. Which we'd rather not do, I think. So let's look around. So the current industry standard is 32 gigabytes of RAM, of DDR5. And not everybody has that, but that's kind of standard. So we're gonna look around. We gotta look for that DDR5, and then two two pack of 16 gigabyte DDR5. It has pretty good latency, pretty good speeds, really good speeds actually. Comparable to this more expensive kit. So we're gonna add that to build. Now we have our RAM. Next, we'll add our CPU coolers or cooler. So this is the part where it it gets to be kind of debatable what you want to pick. A lot of people like to pick AIOs due to slightly cooler temps. Um, they look nicer in my opinion. Um, but today I think we'll settle for a just an air cooler. Um, you know, this looks like a nice one. Thermalright, so that's a good brand. So we add that to our build. Bam. Now we have our CPU cooler. All right. Next, you got to pick storage. So storage, this is a it's a little bit of a touchy. It's the standard is 2 terabytes of an SSD, like the Samsung Pro. Um, these, in fact, the Samsung Pros, 900 series are almost industry standard. You do not want to go for an HDD. They do not. Sure, they have a lot of capacity, but they don't perform as well as one would expect them to. So, for the budget of this build, we're gonna add a 1 terabyte Crucial drive. All right, that's our storage. Some, if you would like to, you can add more, but in this situation, we're not going to. Next, we're gonna add a power supply. Now, this part is very important. You need to look at your wattage consumption and then add normally about 2 to 300 watts, um, just to be safe, especially if you want to overclock. Um, Now, this will send our build over budget, but if you have a very strict budget, stick to it. I mean, yeah, you don't need to worry, too much. I expect you to build your own and experiment with different builds. So we want to look for efficiency. Um, Gold is, that's the standard. So let's see here. That's an 850 watt, 80 plus gold certified by MSI, which is good. Um, Modularity, you can see the price graphs. Um, we're gonna add that to our build, seeing as it is gold certified and has a pretty good price. So we're gonna add that to our build. Right. Now we'll have our power supply, which goes down there. Next, we need to add some more fans. So this part, um, I don't like this part so much. Um, so we're just gonna find some fans. Um, See, we have a 120 millimeter case, so find some fans according to that. Arctic Pro. Let's see here. All right. Now I don't think. I guess so far we've gone for an RGB build, so we're gonna add a fan. So now currently we have 4 open spots, so we're gonna add 4 fans. So you can see now that is a completed PC. Cables will come with your motherboard and GPU. GPU power goes in there, um, right in there. Um, Motherboard power goes in there, and fan controllers plug in down along there. So now, you know, settings, and then um, with this software, it lets you hit your um, it lets you check your FPS counter. I'm not logged in, so it won't show me. Um, but this is it's how you build a PC, comparing CPU and GPU speeds so that you don't have, you know, bottlenecked components. And then RAM, it depends on how intensely you want to play. And case fans for airflow. Your PSU has a fan that normally blows down. I consider that good. That's an intake fan, or those should be intake fans. Those should be exhaust fans, and these are just blowing air off the cooler. Um, and that is about it for me. Thank you for watching.